Okay, here we go. Get Kesselring first, and we're just going to load up. Just get it over with. Rip off the Band-Aid. I know a lot of you guys are cringing at this, but what does Fighter 2 matter if I can't stack all the stats onto it? You know what I'm saying? What does Fighter 2 matter, really? I would like to know, Problematic. Okay, here we go. So we'll get the next guy is going to be Bomber Interception guy. And this is just to grind the XP for air experience. Looks like we're grinding a decent amount of army experience. What I'd like to try today is not going political loyalty, but instead waiting for state serves military to get the 10% political power gain. The plan here is to do a huge production ramp on heavy tanks and Fighter 2, beat UK in the sky, beat France and USSR on the ground. So we're going to be playing historically. And I'm not going to sea lion. I'm not going to cheese that aspect of the game. And then we'll get Kirch Student. Oh, looks like we could already pick him up. ADF Wagen. Okay, what else do we have here? So I could juggle. I got to juggle the tank and Fighter 2. And I don't think I'm going to have the opportunity to juggle Construction 2. But I think the deal here is rushing Construction 2 is going to give you that 10% bonus. I had a really good eco yesterday when I was testing this out. So you would say that it is, but what a lot of players miss is these bars above all your production lines. Why not the motorized focus so you don't need a ton of XP to design your tank divisions? We could do that. That's a good... People have suggested that to me before. This right here, I'd rather have the 10% political power gain, to be honest with you. Tank unit design cost negative 100%. We could toggle that back and forth. We'll do a calculation, but this early, I'd like the political power gain first, and we're almost there as well. So anyway, I digress. Back to what my other point was. The amount of time that you have these mills kind of like in the oven baking, gaining production efficiency. If you get that Fighter 2 a month ahead of time, you're going to build up quite a bit more production efficiency. That's going to extrapolate over the life of these mills on that production line to being massive. So just a month, by rushing Fighter 2 here, this might only give me like 20 to 30 days, 100% worth it. If you watched Cloak's guide, I think he suggests that you do it around in the 800s. However, like I said, you're going to miss out on 15 to 30 days. And that does matter because those mills need to be on Fighter 2 and not like Fighter 1. Makes the tank divisions free to design. Okay, so if we wanted to go 40 width, we could do that. So we're going to have to wait and see. We'll try to do a cost-benefit analysis. So if we just want to do like a 22 width or something, I'm not sure if that's going to be helpful. Okay, let's go over to Czechoslovakia and see if we can get a collab on them. See if that doesn't work. So one collab on France is okay. Let's get a collab on Czechoslovakia and Poland. And that way we get those mills and civs earlier, right? Okay, anything over 325 days is not really going to be worth researching. We'll get machine tools at this point. Let's go ahead and get Udet for the dive bombing and the air doctrine reduction. I guess we could get von Richthofen for battlefield support doctrine. I guess the ground attack here is going to push a little bit. Let's wait for von Richthofen. That's the Red Baron's brother, by the way. Okay, so now we'll switch to industrial liaisons. Let's see how many days this takes off for you guys. It's 825 right now. Okay, so we go from 825 to 749. So 76 days, not bad. That's huge, right there. And you're gonna get capped off with your air XP at 500. So you need to use it, and you've got 4 kind of aircraft military staff here. So you're going to be grinding a lot of XP, and we still have the bombers in a conflict. So the next thing we're going to do is reduce this further by going Messerschmitt. We've got 4 plane advisors. Because I think that that's the meta. I think that I've proven it as well. Like when I played Italy in multiplayer, it worked really well. I wouldn't be doing this if we were in multiplayer. But since we're in single player, I think it's the way to go because a fully upgraded Fighter 2 is like the best thing in the game. And then let's go ahead for the state serves military political power gain. That was probably worth like 1/10 of a political power gain a day. It's quite huge. And then we'll try to go for the stability gain second. So we need another 20 XP for that. Okay, we're going to go for treaty with the USSR and catch up on our tank production. And then we'll juggle a plane slot. Okay, we'll switch off Focke-Wulf. And it's probably going to be good to go the second XCAV. Okay, so that took 30 days off of that. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely get 500 air XP from Spain. It's going to be no big deal. The next thing that we're going to go for political power is going to be Messerschmitt. Okay, we can pick up political loyalty. So we got an increase in political power gain again. It didn't look that like 0.06 just from that. And then we're going to get an increase in factory and dockyard output. So it's kind of huge. Okay, dispersed industry, and then we'll hold there and we'll go for rubber processing. You don't want to fall behind on rubber processing. The dream here would be to get the bonus that we're going to receive to advance rubber processing. We get the bonus from, I think it's synthetic rubber. Nope, it's coal liquidization. So that's going to be huge. Okay, let's get Messerschmitt, and now 529 days. Not too bad. And then we're going to get the treaty with USSR here. Okay, so it looks like their operation is a go. They have all the equipment they're going to need to run an operation. In there, 89 days. Okay, we got the improved tools. XCAV 2 is not going to do anything for you. Now we need to start going for the anti-tank. Actually, I could have probably swapped that. We need to juggle the improved heavy tank chassis. And we should be going for Anschluss here, but if we can't, we could go like air innovations or something like that. Let's not force Anschluss, so we're still under the 10% criteria that turns on the focus tree for the allies. Let's just chill on that for one research slot, and it would be nice to just go Reichsautobahn right off the bat, and then I could start building refineries whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I'm going to get, but, so testing, like, we're still going to have the heavy gun 1. And this isn't multiplayer, so I'm not overly concerned. But yes, we're going to have the heavy gun 1, for sure. Upgrade these slots. The other thing is, there's usually like 100 slot in Austria. So it's kind of good if I could have gotten to the point where we could annex Austria a little earlier. That would have been better. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go Walther Funkt, because we're going to stop our Civ ramp here pretty soon. In 38. Thank you. Okay, so now we'll get Anschluss, and it's actually working out perfectly. World tension hasn't spiked over 10%, so that's really fortunate. Okay, so as soon as we get Walther Funkt, we will switch all this production to mills. We're actually going to have to start purchasing oil off of our good friends from Romania. Okay, yeah, thank you for looking out. Yeah, almost done with this. Okay, we'll start air support mission efficiency. Okay, that might help grind in Spain. Alternatively, we could upgrade something like CAS or Fighter 1. I think a Fighter 1 upgrade would be pretty good. Okay, so this is almost going to be perfect. So we're going to get Walther Funkt just as we start building our mills. Okay, so we'll switch that out. Like I said before, it's important that you get dispersed industry so that you could build more in those 80% provinces. Okay, almost have Walther Funkt. Okay, got him. And so we're switching in November 24th, basically. Let's get the Logic Company out of the way. Actually, what we could do is use that slot to juggle. Improve tank chassis, or did I already do... No, I didn't. I'm a little worried about juggling. No, I should be able to juggle the improved tank chassis. That shouldn't be a problem. So now I'd like to go demand Sudetenland. Let's see if we can meet the requirements. I don't think that we're going to meet the requirements for demand Sudetenland. You guys have no training on them. Okay, so what we could do here is reassert Eastern claims. That's going to give us like a civ or something like that. Depends on what Lithuania built. Let's not go Yugoslavia. I guess that would help. We had the war goal against Yugoslavia. We have so many precious resources that we could use, I guess. We really should pick up some Logi. And I'm not going to go Railgun. I think that it eats up too much supply, and there's a lot of micro. Okay, and as you see, we still have the tank, the 100x bonus, so that did not burn the bonus, but it did take 30 days off the improved tank chassis. And you see that how impactful the 100x bonus is. Holy mackerel. Okay, so let's keep Tyrol open for refineries. And now we're really gonna like blast off here. We keep all the hundreds for the refs. And where do we put all the mills? Where do we put it, guys? I think that AA is gonna be fine. We're using improved light tank to go light tank recon. And perhaps flame companies later. It would be nice to have another Opel Blitz, but our rubber is gonna become a problem. We're almost capped off on air XP. Let's put Fighter 1 into production. We're going to aim for 75. Let me think about that. Yeah, let's aim for 75. We'll also start doing CAS after that. Put like 5 on CAS after we get the fighter. The fighter's way more important. That should be able to get air dominance. So if we just take like the ones that only cost 25 XP, that's like 35. Let's go with just that right now. And you've got Messerschmitt on this plane, so it is going to get that extra bonus as well. So it's hopefully, cross your fingers, going to be better than whatever UK is producing right now. UK is producing 8 to 9 planes. Who knows what type of planes. Okay, we'll pick up the next level of anti-tank, and we'll go Porsche. Let's see how much time this takes off. So 280. It's going to be a late Porsche. Goes down to 262, so 18 days. And let's get back to Dispersed Industry 3 a little bit ahead of time. And we're almost to the point where we should be able to start training. We'll see here in a second. Okay, demand Sudetenland. Let's see what we get from Amel. 1 civ. That whole focus was worth 1 civ. So these mills are going to get kicked out quite fast. And I'm glad that we're going for Dispersed 3 because we're going to need that pretty soon here. We're going to start doing refineries in the latter half of 1938. Okay, man, but I can't get Fighter 2 early enough, so if I don't have green air over France, we're not going to be able to push France. So it's a big problem, brother. Okay, we got 88 days over here. And we're almost capped off up here. So we're going to have to get more doctrine. And we're going to save as much air XP as we can to fully upgrade that fighter. Okay, Sudetenland gave us 2 civs, 2 mills. Okay, not bad. And then let's check out our collab government, what that did for us. Okay, apparently that territory is annexed. Logistics companies do not add fuel usage, even though it does add trucks. Yeah, I think that Logi 2 in every division is the way to go. That's the way I'm playing this game. Okay, 217 days. So I could probably waste some XP on this CAS. So that'll keep us alive while we're getting Dispersed 3. I could actually juggle Dispersed 3, I guess. There may not be enough time. And we just need to start banging out these fighters here. We'll see when we get this. This is going to be earlier than my testing. So we're going to get it pretty soon. We may have to burn like 1 more doctrine here. So we do have enough. We could switch off state serves military. We have 100% stability into motorization drive. So that's going to cost us 35. For me to make a template, how much is it going to cost? So I'm sure the tanks are free, but is the rest of the template free? We could go for something like that. It's already going to cost me 40. So I could make my tank template and then basically just revert it. We have -3 trains. Good idea to build some train. Okay, advanced machine tools is probably the next thing to get. Was there anything else that I forgot? I think we got to get the advanced tools. Oh, we need rubber processing though. Let's just pick it up to make sure that we have that placeholder, and then we'll go advanced tools. We'll start squeezing Yugo. We'll take all of Checo. And then we'll start getting coal liquidization. So after we get this, we should start building synths. Or maybe after we get the second bonus. Okay, let's get tools next. Like, the way I built this, we probably should have got tools a little earlier. Before war starts, we probably want to go on Rundstedt. He's the guy that keeps up the XP. Or he keeps up the army regrouping. Army regrouping guy. Alright, let's build our tank. So it's going to be the heavy armament 1 because we don't have anything else. And we'll go the 3-man turret for the breakthrough. We'll get the radio 1. And then I'm going to go 2 machine guns since we don't really have an opponent that is going to be able to do anything with their tank. Essentially, we don't need more piercing. We don't need like squeeze bore adapter. The armor is going to be fine. But I did go wet ammo so that we get reliability over 100%. I think feedback proved that 100% reliability is best. We got 56 on Fighter 1. That doesn't feel that great. Let's ramp up the Tiger production. Let's build a tank destroyer and not put a machine gun on it because we're never going to run into infantry on the Eastern Front. That's the story of the Ferdinand. Like, what do you need machine guns for? We need a big gun. You know, they had the, they had that other tank destroyer before that, though, that didn't work out. That blanking on it right now. They had a tank destroyer. They had manufactured 2. I think they both broke down through mechanical failure. Your tank's worthless if you can't move it at all, right? Okay, there's coal liquidization. So we're not going to be able to get the last version of the rubber processing. I feel like that's kind of a bridge too far. That'd be pretty hard to get. We still have 112 days. So we can wait on Fighter 3. We can also go Construction 3. I think we have a lot of other things to pick up, though. I'd like to get Logi 2 and just make sure that we get that. And in this build, we're going to prove to you that the guns are kind of underpowered. So we haven't gone any gun production yet. I don't even know if we're going to get to it. Maybe by Barb. Okay, so let's get that fighter into production. Maxed out Fighter 2. And we've got 56 civs on it. So this is going to screw up our trade. Oh, maybe it doesn't cost more aluminum. Okay, we're almost to where we're going to start building refineries. You need a few more refs now. Now that refineries are worth it, huh? Okay, January 7th. We'll start on the refineries. Something like that. So how many refs are we getting out? 9, 12, 15. So we're going to need a lot more than that. When we get Dispersed Industry 3, we can re-up that. The amount of refineries. Okay, we got synthetic rubber processing. And now we could go ahead and get Air Innovations or Army Innovations 2. Let's pick up Army Innovations 2. And then we'll start on mech when we get a chance. Still say refs mid 39. I don't know. The other thing to consider is if you're talking about a multiplayer build, you are getting trade backs supposedly. So that would make more sense in that context. Because if you got trade backs, those trade backs turn into civs. You'd have a higher civ count. Our eco right now is military factories 94. Civilian factories 58. So if I got trade backs, I'd be well over 100 military factories right now easily. But since there's no trade backs, kind of tough. Okay, what else do I want to get here? So we're going to need the tank. And then we'll get mech after Army Innovations 2. So improved rubber processing will go right into the next rubber processing. But advanced machine tools will go into mech. Okay, what to do next for the political power? So we're going to wait for Guderian, and we'll go off Udet. So we'll nab up all the air doctrine that we possibly can, and we know that there's going to be 2 doctrinal reductions from this, and then there's 2 from this. So we need to leave 4 doctrine up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I could probably get 1 more. Okay, Army Innovations 2. And let's go into Air Innovations. But I need more mill. I definitely need more mill. Okay, so there's Logi 2. Go mech. And then the first iteration of the tank. Oh god, agent captured? Are you kidding me? See if we can also get a little more doctrine going. Air superiority is good. Naval mission efficiency, why not? And then we could go flexible organization for 50. Or we could go motorization drive and make our heavy tank unit. Let's see how this works out. So we're going to spend 35 Army XP there. And then let's make the tank template. So I guess potentially that's going to cost 0. But my support company still costs something. And then I'm assuming that anything else is... Oh, motorized infantry is free. Okay, perfect. So the question is, with this type of build, so we could go 42 with. Okay, 42. How much org do we have? 27? I'd probably go with that for 42 then. So we get at least 29 organization. God, that's a thick boy. Marvelous, though. Let's make sure that this is Armored Recon, and we're going to go Logi Company there for only 30. So yes, indeed, it is worthwhile. And our stability is still at 100%. Interesting. So making that switch was well worth. I'm going to have to remember that one. God, Fighter 3 is so expensive. But I think we're going to have to pick that up next. We still have a bonus to heavy tank. Let's juggle the Pact gun here. And start to train a bit. Oh, okay, so I already changed that to heavy tank because I changed the base template. Oops, my bad. Apparently, I don't think I'm going to have enough tanks for that, so I might have to switch one of those off. Go higher levels of radio for Radio 2. Probably not going to do well. Let's go NG2. Okay, we're going to get the bigger gun in 81 days. So we should get the improved heavy cannon. Let's put Logi in everything. Just see where we stand in terms of our support equipment. God, we're 1,000 down on tank. Okay, we need to rectify that immediately. Either by switching off one of the divisions. I think that that's what we're going to have to do. Because if you have two 42 widths, that fits better into the plane combat width of 90. And we're mainly going to be targeting planes. The territory, not planes like flying in the sky. And then we should seek to make cast 2, if at all possible. Let's see if we can do that here. Looks good. Okay, mechanized is on the way. It'll be nice to actually pick up Poland because we have one collab on Poland, so hopefully that gives us a lot more mills. All right, got the upgraded gun. Let's chill on that, and instead let's pick up like guns number 1, and we'll make the armored variant here. So this is going to be a Tiger A. And let's put big boy gun on it. And you can see the difference here. Get much better stats. Like 15 more hard attack and 5 more soft attack. So well worth. So there's Tiger A. Make sure it's got all the latest and greatest equipment. I'm not going to change anything else because this is a big boy. And the production cost will go up. As we increase things like speed, things like that, we just want to make sure that reliability is over 100%. We should be good to go. First thing that's going to happen, they're going to be up and bombing Western Germany. You know, the UK. We got Danziger War. We'll go around Maginot. Spread around all these air defense. So these tanks are probably going to be pretty underwhelming. It's November. Let's just go ahead and start war. We'll catch up later. On the tank production. And we'll see if we calculated correctly here. Put these guys out here. Let's get these guys on convoy rating in the lower Baltic. Got that guy up. And indeed, the 42 width slaps. Not even full strength. So do we have Logi 2? Yeah, we have Logi 2, and they should be in the template. Yep. Got that in the template, and the Panzer Division should be elite. We got the Spy Master. What are my spies up to? I wonder if they're going to be able to get the last collab off. Okay, the transport planes indeed did their job. So they're transporting things with the carriers inside the Baltic. Okay, they disengaged. We lost a light cruiser, 10 destroyers. They traded better than we did, for sure. Why don't you just chill over there? Let's get them out of there. And I'm assuming they're trying to land a bunch of stuff here. You know who I really need? We're not doing Paris, so let's get Gerd von Brunstedt. And now we're really going to start cranking. Okay, land doctrine should be soon. Okay, we got around Maginot. Let's go tactical air effort. Go Gabron word shift. Just in case we need to repair some infrastructure. And we can keep these guys encircled there. I think it should be fine. So let's take a look at our bubble here. So we got 142 with Panzer Division with Heart Attack 95 against a bunker. We have air superiority on them. We have the intel advantage. And we're attacking from two sides. So hopefully that does the job over there. Let's take a look at what the spies are doing. I thought we were going for the collab. Still in prep. Okay, we're going to need more oil. Okay, we got NG2. So we could start making flame tank, Flampanzer. Alex, would you put Flampanzer in the Panzer tank divisions? I guess it's probably not worth it, huh? Logi 3. We'll wait on Logi 3 a little bit. 406 on this. Let's get another level of radio so we could get radio 2. Maybe not. Gonna need all those refineries for sure. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can't get into Lille and Calais with our ginormous tank divisions here. This is gonna be attacking into France itself, so we need to adjust. So let's put Cass over here. Let's take these guys and then make sure they're over our armored spearhead. And we've got a 600 airport right here. Perfect. Start moving all this stuff up to maintain air superiority. Fundamentally important. And they've got 10 guys on Dunkirk. Wow. Where's my transport planes? Here they are. Okay, so we need them over there. Hopefully that helps the supply issues out a little bit. We could push them out of here. Push them out of Brussels here. That would be nice. Holding Lille would be huge. Not sure if they're going to let us do that, though. Get these trucks over here. Hopefully they don't ruin supply. We have a chance of encircling all these divisions. Start rolling up the coast and going to Paris this way. Oh, boy. Be so nice if we could just nip that off. We are out of supply, but hopefully if we get that huge supply hub called Paris, that'll fix everything for us. We'll see here. Run the motorized into the gap. Boom, we got Paris. Does that mean they fall? Yes, sir. So we will establish Vichy, France. Not too bad. March 1940. So we're pretty close to a historical timeline here. Let's have these guys clean this up. If we could go Westerubung. Okay, get Denmark next, and then go to North Africa. Actually, let's go to North Africa right away. UK ciphers are completed again. So they must have fallen off. Let's take this truck and just hold him back. Take the HT mech and hold him back as well. It doesn't look like he's equipped. So we'll just put him on a port for a second. Wow. We need a lot of tungsten. Got tactical air effort. Let's go Operation Westrubung. And did my subs make it over? Okay, indeed they did. So this is really weird that they don't have more range. They're in Brest. That's how far they can go? Okay, some of these can go further. The sub-2s can get into the mid-Atlantic. Get them over there. Okay, it's the sub-1s that really can't go that far. So we'll have them in the North Atlantic, and then we'll have these guys in the mid-Atlantic gap. The problem is with the islands out here in the middle, the Azores, occasionally if the Azores allows UK to put their fleet there, you could get some action down here where your subs get burned off. Marsama Truth, having some problems here. Pushing. We just have to accept the low supply and keep going here. And maybe we could get some encirclements. Come on, baby. Come on. Pin him there. Hopefully they don't cut us off here. Or do some Mimi thing. Boys. Dang, they piled in everything. Okay. I'm going to put only one heavy in this area. And it looks like our last heavy tank division is still getting resupplied over there. Oh, you see how slow and lumbering they are. Bulgaria seeks to join the Axis. Hungary seeks to join the Axis. Okay. They bombing us up there? It doesn't look like it. Looks like everything's stacked over here. Problem is, we can't reorg because of supply. Alright, so we're kind of boned with supply faculties, but as soon as this port comes out, we should be good. So we'll end the stream here. Thank you guys for coming and following me. All the guys that are piling in. Make sure that this was on motorization priority and still nothing. Wow. We have enough trucks too, right? 400,000. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good day, night, evening. This was a fun one. It's obviously challenging to supply, particularly in North Africa. After we make that port, though, I think we're going to be okay. Air superiority is still everything. And keeping your troops supplied is a must. So those are the main two things.